Hi, everyone. This is Suri Deitch. I'm Dean of the School of Professional Advancement. It's 12 o'clock. Thanks for joining us for this admissions, graduate degree and certificate admissions webinar. We're going to wait another minute just to see if we get a couple more people. So thanks for your patience. Okay, so I will go ahead and start the webinar. Again, my name is Suri Deitch, and I'm the Dean of the School of Professional Advancement. I'll quickly introduce my colleagues who are on with us. Sheila Gold, who's the Executive Director of Recruitment and Admissions. She'll be co-presenting with me today. I'm going to talk about the school and our programs, and then Sheila will talk about the admissions process. We're also joined by Brittany Yandel, who is a senior academic advisor working with many of our graduate programs, and Professor Halima Leek Francis, who is the faculty member directing our Masters of Public Administration. So thanks to them for joining as well. The way to communicate with us during this webinar is through the chat box at the bottom of your screen. So at any point, if you have a question or a comment, you want to flag something that you want us to follow up with you about, go ahead and put it into that chat box and we will record that and we'll answer the question if we can in the moment. And if we need to circle back to you, we'll do that as well. I'll also say that as a thank you for attending the webinar today, we will automatically waive your application fee for your graduate admissions application, and that'll be part of the follow-up you'll receive. So again, just as a thank you. So with that, welcome to our webinar on graduate degree and certificate admissions at the School of Professional Advancement. Again, I'm Suri Deitch and I'm the Dean of the school. So just to give some background about Tulane and this school and why we have this school at Tulane. Tulane is a really unique institution. It is, as I'm sure you know, a Class 1 research university. It is an elite private nonprofit institution. And it also, you may not be aware that Tulane has a long history of educating working adults and offering applied academic programs that are relevant to the workplace. And the School of Professional Advancement is the most current iteration of that long history. It goes back to the very founding of the university in 1834 as the Medical College of Louisiana. Tulane was created to fight yellow fever and other tropical diseases, and quickly added a law school after that. And the third school that was created at Tulane was actually a predecessor school to the School of Professional Advancement. We offered our first classes for working adults in the 1880s, so educating teachers, which is something we still do today, and offering classes in the trades for young men, which is not something that we do today, although it's also important. And we combine a mission of access to working adults in the New Orleans region and nationally and internationally, with a focus on really high quality academic programs that are relevant to the workplace, along with a small number of liberal arts and humanities degrees that are especially tailored for working adults. So we're really excited to have you here to learn more about the school today. And my colleague Madison Duncan is the one behind the scenes running the slides, just in case you're curious. So at SOPA, as we call it, we have a lot of flexibility in how we offer our programs. We have many online master's degrees and certificate programs, and I'll talk a little bit more about how we run those programs and how special they are. We have courses offered on campus in New Orleans for some of our programs. Many of our students take a combination of online and on-ground. And the on-ground classes that take place at our Uptown campus and at our suburban Elmwood campus are typically in the late afternoons and evenings, although we also offer some daytime classes and Saturday classes. So the model that we use for online education at the School of Professional Advancement combines asynchronous and synchronous, which means that most of the work you do on your own through a variety of different kinds of highly interactive materials and things like discussion boards where you interact with your classmates and with your faculty. And then once a month, typically, your class, your online class meets in a synchronous session, which means that everyone gets on together through video and meets. And sometimes you'll have a guest speaker. Sometimes your subject will be a discussion or a group project that you're working on with your classmates. And the reason that we do this is that we feel that it combines the best aspects of online learning, so that there are videos and there are simulations of situations in many cases in our programs that replicate or are drawn from real life experiences that faculty and other professionals have had in the field. But we also want you to build relationships with the faculty and with your peer students directly, because a lot of times the students who are in your courses are themselves highly experienced in the field. And part of what you get out of interacting with them is relationships and long-term professional networks. So we think that the model we use for online learning provides a lot of flexibility for folks who have busy lives, but also helps to build relationships. And I'll just say that over time in some of our programs, we're also starting to create a residential component. So for example, with our Masters of Public Administration, where there'll be a yearly meeting in New Orleans, and we'll be rolling that out with other master's degrees as well. This is the online learning platform that we use at Tulane. It's called Canvas. It is highly intuitive and flexible, and a really great platform for online learning. There are other platforms that universities use. We feel pretty strongly that this is the best one out there right now. Over time, these technology platforms get better and better. And so you can see a screenshot on the slide of what a Canvas dashboard looks like. This one happens to show like sort of 100 level undergraduate classes, but mine, for example, shows different graduate classes as well as other groups that I'm in with other faculty. And along the left-hand side, you can always use that to navigate as well. So it's a really great platform, and we make a lot of use of it. And even for the on-ground classes, we also use Canvas for assignments and for course syllabi and for communicating with faculty. So the next few slides are basically lists of the different programs we have in different areas. Again, like I said at the beginning, if you have questions at any point or comments, just let us know through the chat box. Madison Duncan already posted one thing in the chat to show you guys how it's done. So the one of the oldest areas of programs that we offer at the School of Professional Advancement is Emergency and Security Studies. Our first online degree was the Master of Professional Studies in Homeland Security, which we started offering online about 4 years ago. It's actually a nationally ranked program, and nationally ranked on various rankings of online degree programs, and is the program that really got us going with online and has inspired other programs as well. So coming out of Homeland Security, we also have a master's degree in emergency management and one in security management that is more focused on private sector security issues, whereas the program in Homeland Security is more focused on public sector security issues, as well as the graduate certificates that are listed on the screen. The graduate certificates are themselves 4 courses, and you can apply all 4 courses toward a master's degree. So you can do the graduate certificate alone. You can take the 4 courses as part of your master's degree and earn both the master's degree and the certificate. And sometimes people start with the certificate with us and then love it so much that they change their minds and decide to continue on for the master's degree. And that's always a good situation. So the first program area here is Emergency and Security Studies. The longest standing master's degree at SOPA is the Master of Liberal Arts program, which is offered both on ground in New Orleans and in a hybrid model where you can take some of the courses online if you wish. This is an amazing program. It's been designed especially for working adults. It is, the student population is folks working in a lot of different fields where they want to go back to school, and they want to have an opportunity to learn from some of the most amazing humanities faculty at Tulane in fields such as religious studies, Shakespeare studies, anthropology, and other areas as well. And through this program, you can take courses from the MLA, or the Masters of Liberal Arts faculty, directly. You can also access graduate level humanities coursework throughout the university. And we love this program in large part because the faculty are so incredible, and because we have these tremendously accomplished faculty who love teaching adults, and many times say that the classes that they teach at SOPA are the most satisfying courses that they teach, because the students are so engaged, and also because people bring their personal experiences, their life experience, and their work experience to the classroom, and it makes it really interesting. So that's the MLA program. And then in information technology, we have 2 different master's degrees, one in IT management and one in cybersecurity management, as well as these other certificates, which again are each 4 courses, all of which can be applied to the master's degree. And the thing to note about the IT master's degrees and certificates is that they're really focused on people who already have a technology background, whether that's through their undergraduate major in computer science or another science or technology or math field, or through working in the field as an IT professional. And so these programs are focused on giving you the skills you need to move to the next level, to be an agency or company chief information officer or chief security officer, or to run your own IT business. And I'll just say that we're in the process of developing a companion certificate program that will also be at the graduate level, that will be focused on more of what we call IT fundamentals. And so if you don't have a technical background, that will be a great certificate for you to work on. And we're actually in the process of getting that program through our accreditor and building the courses right now. And so that's why it's not on the slide and we're not yet promoting it. So that's IT. Kinesiology is another area where we offer multiple programs, a master's degree in health and wellness management, which is focused on folks who just want to improve their skills in areas like corporate wellness, and working in companies that offer wellness services, or in organizations like hospitals and community healthcare networks. We also offer a master's degree in sports studies. And this is a program that we've just launched. The first cohort of students is started last month. We're really excited about it. The Master's in Sports Studies is a partnership with the Center for Sport at Tulane. And the student body in this program, both in the master's degree program and in the graduate certificates, is a range of different kinds of folks. People who work in athletics as professionals, many of them in university athletics, people who are former professional athletes and are looking at a career transition out of being a professional athlete to their post NFL, for example, career. And then also people who are, professionals in other fields, but care a lot about sports. Maybe they coach a little league team or a local soccer team. Maybe they're part-time coaches at a high school. We have a very wide range of students in this program from all over the United States. And again, the graduate certificates stack, that's the term we use, stack into the master's degree. In the case of sports studies, you can actually take 2 of the certificate programs and count those toward the master's degree. And then we add a survey course, which we call Sport and Society, and a research methods course, and that makes up the master's degree. We're in the process of developing a new certificate in sports medicine with the School of Medicine at Tulane. And that's something that we'll have on board in the next few months, just like with the IT Fundamentals certificate. We've always got new programs under development. We're really excited about sports studies and the partnership with the Center for Sport. And then public administration. Earlier in the webinar, I introduced Halima League Francis, who's the director of this program. We're really excited. Tulane has never had a Master's of Public Administration before. It's something that's really needed, not just in New Orleans, but also in the field overall, where a lot of what's taught in public administration was developed a long time ago, and so longstanding programs are having to think about how they change what they teach to reflect new technology, access to big data, and issues like racial equity that come up a lot in government and in nonprofit work throughout the United States. And because we just are starting this program right now, we had an amazing opportunity to develop a program that is completely up to date with what the field needs and can really incorporate all those contemporary challenges that people in the civic sector are facing, which are pretty significant. I think we can all agree. So This program is in the process of being approved by our accreditor. We are accepting applications for admission for the first cohort for fall 2020, and we're really excited about that. And we are admitting students to the program pending our approval, which we are 99.9% confident will come in the next several weeks. Here you have a list of the 4 certificate programs that will be offered as part of the MPA, again, with all that coursework counting toward the degree. You can take the 4 courses in the certificate, or you can mix and match courses. 2 of the certificates will be available in fall 2020, and 2 of them will be available in fall 2021. I see a question from Tamara about acceptance to the MPA, and a question from Sergio. So we are currently accepting applications for fall 2020, and we encourage you to get your application in soon. We are accepting, something in the range of 20 to 40 students for the first cohort. And so it's a competitive program, but it's also a really new program. And if you have questions about it, I strongly encourage you to get in touch with us so we can follow up with you about the MPA. All right. Now, I'll just talk a little bit about some of our other services and program components that we think are really important across all of our master's degree programs. So at SOPA, we offer credits for prior learning. And the main way that we do that is by working with you to document your professional experience or your prior training or community service or whatever it might be, to build a portfolio that matches up with our courses so that we can then evaluate it and award you credit. And so we work with you throughout the process. We have faculty and staff who do that. And as you consult with us, we can really assess whether or not it's worth the effort for you to develop the portfolio. But you can earn up to 6 credits toward your master's degree, which we think is a great service. And then we offer a range of other student support services that are really focused on helping you get as much as you can out of the master's degree or certificate. And most of the time what that means is helping you prepare to advance in your career. And so much of that work happens with our academic advisors. I had introduced Brittany Yandel, who's one of them, early on in the webinar. But we also have faculty who work with you to develop your career and who can give you both academic and professional advice. The faculty at SOPA is a mix of full-time faculty who have, most of them have experience working as professionals, and they have in the field in which they teach, and they've come to academia as sort of a second or third career. I happen to be one of those folks who came out of public administration and public policy into academia. But most of the faculty actually are still working in the field. And so they teach with us on an adjunct basis, but they are also, high-level professionals and highly accomplished in their fields. And so you get the benefit of their knowledge and experience and their career networks. And that's a really great bonus. And so these are professionals who are also really good teachers, and we work with them to build their courses and to teach and to make sure that they're really excellent teachers as well as being experienced professionals. We also have a full-time staff at SOPA who work entirely on career development and who can help you do things like make sure your LinkedIn profile is the best it can be, or work with you on your elevator speech talking about your degree program and how it has prepared you for X job. Or maybe you'll be able to participate in a seminar with a major employer who can talk to you directly about what employers are really looking for, and also maybe give you a leg up on applying for a job with that employer. All of that is available through SOPA's career services. And then finally, and not least, is the fact that you become a Tulane alumnus, and you have all the benefits that accrue to people who are in the lifelong network of graduates of Tulane. And so that is a really great benefit as well. I'm going to hand things over to my colleague Sheila Gold, who will talk about our admissions process and important things like tuition.
Thanks, Suri. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much once again for taking time out of your day to hear about what we think are absolutely incredible programs, and we certainly hope that you will be joining us very soon. Our application process is to us much more than just filling out an application. We consider it the beginning of our relationship with our students. So it's really important that you all hear the message that we are available to you all. If you have any questions during this process, we want you to feel comfortable reaching out to us. And we try to make this process as transparent as possible and to support you as much as possible through it. All of our applications are online. So if you go to sopa.tulane.edu, which is at the bottom right of your screen, that's our website, and you will see on the top of our homepage a very big button that says apply, and that will start you in your application portal. Our application consists of some demographic information. There may be some written statements that we need you to upload. We will need your transcripts. And so there may be some questions along the way, and we want you to feel free while you're navigating the application to reach out. There is a $50 application fee for the graduate application, but because you all are here today and attending the webinar, our thank you to you is that we waive that fee. We go ahead and do that on the back end. There is no follow-up work that we need from you, so just go ahead and submit those applications, and we will waive those fees. We do need an uploaded picture of a government-issued ID. That could be a military ID. It could be your driver's license most often, a picture of a passport, but you can simply take a picture on a phone and upload it. And then we need copies of your transcripts. So those can be sent to us several ways. If you have unofficial copies in your house or in your records, you can upload those to the application, or if you're sending official transcripts, which we will need before you register for classes, those will need to be sent directly from your degree granting institutions. Those can either be sent electronically. Many institutions, you can send applications electronically, or we still accept US mail. So whichever way is easiest and most convenient, please go ahead and make it the easiest on you. We want those to be this process to be as easy as possible. We have 3 different start dates. There are 3 different terms that you can start either your certificate or your full master's degree. May 15th is our deadline for our summer application, which is the next term for which we are enrolling. Our fall application deadline is August 15th. And if you're interested in starting in the spring, which is in January 1st, is our deadline. So, there are different reasons that people start applications and have the best of intentions of starting one term, but feel like life has gotten in the way, and so therefore they want to maybe enroll the following term. that is okay. If you, for instance, start a summer application, but you feel like maybe you want to wait until the fall, please send us an email and we can go ahead and help navigate that process with you and help you change the term. We do that with students all day long, and we want you all to find the best start time that fits in with your schedule. All right, so folks are always interested in tuition and financial aid. Our tuition for the summer for per credit hour is $1,039. There is a bit of a tuition increase come fall. It will be $1,078 per credit hour. I would encourage everyone to visit our website. We do have a tuition calculator on our website, and if anybody's interested in knowing where to find that, you can email us and we can send you the link, but it is pretty easily accessible on our website. You can put in how many credits you're thinking of taking per semester with the tuition rate, and if you have any discounts that apply, and the tuition calculator will help you find a tuition rate per semester that you might find most comfortable. Financial aid is something that most of our students go through the FAFSA process. We offer financial assistance for students who do apply. Every student's a little different, so we can't on a webinar answer specific questions about that, but we are here to help you through that process. And the types of aids that are available are federal grants and loans. We are a military-friendly school, so we do participate in the Yellow Ribbon program, as well as we offer a 20% discount for active duty military and veterans, and also for anybody who's over 60 years old. So if that applies to any of you all, there is a 20% discount. And then also, Surrey had spoken on a previous slide that we do have our credits for prior learning process, and so potentially for some of you, you may qualify for up to 6 hours of credit to be applied, and that is for sure a savings to you all.
Great. Sheila, could I just interject? There's a question from Kirk about how long it takes to get an admissions decision once an application is submitted. And it varies a little bit by program, but it's a few weeks at most if we have all of your information in, including your transcripts, either unofficial or official, and if your resume, if that is required for your program, and your personal statements. Some of our programs require an interview that can be done through video, on phone, or in person. And some of our programs, the faculty make the admissions decisions, and they may or may not require an interview. So a lot of times, students who are really clearly a great fit for the program will get accepted, but sometimes when the faculty have more questions or want to get to know you a little bit better, they'll ask for an interview. With the Masters of Public Administration program, for example, because it's such a new program and we are working really hard to create that first cohort, I think pretty much everyone is being interviewed or is having some kind of contact with the faculty. But I think the important thing to know is that our admissions process is relatively quick at the graduate level, especially compared to our peer institutions. But also you should feel free to reach out to us at any point, including after you have submitted your application, and we are highly responsive, the staff and the faculty, and we'll get back to you quickly. One more thing I'll just say before I hand it back to Sheila is that we have these admissions deadlines, but it's not a guarantee that spots will still be available in the program that you want, even up to the deadline. And so with the MPA, for example, what we've been saying to folks is that we are admitting students for fall 2020, and the school's deadline for graduate admissions is August 1st or 15th. But that doesn't mean that we're still going to be accepting applicants all the way up until that deadline. And so we strongly encourage you to get your application in early.
Thank you, Suri. So this is my contact information, Sheila Gold. My email is very simple, sgold@tulane.edu. And then the phone number is the general phone number for the school. You can ask for an admissions representative. We love talking to students. Like I said, it's how we create our relationships and when we start our relationships with our students. So please feel free to reach out. You don't necessarily need to remember this information. You are going to get a follow-up email after this webinar that not only will include this webinar is being recorded, so the video will be captured and sent to you, but there will be contact information in that email as well. So please don't hesitate to ask questions. Not everybody's comfortable asking in a public forum through the chat, and we are understanding of that and available to answer any of your questions, but we certainly hope that we will be welcoming you to campus soon.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks again for participating. We really appreciate you taking time out of your busy days. And like Sheila said, we look forward to being in touch with you. So that's the end, and we'll see you soon.
Bye, everyone.